Unlike other places, life here exists in countless social gangs. Street robberies or bloody battles are a daily occurrence in a poor city where people of color live and children are born. In the violence of losing their parents under those dark temptations, will they lose their way? How will their lives turn out? Please join me in finding out today's story. In a city in Nigeria in the middle of the world, on a trek with loud car horns, a fat lady was driving her daughter to go out, and was suddenly threatened by two boys with knives and her bag was stolen. Truly a talented young lady. The fat lady tried to shout for robbery but it was not possible. Does anyone care that at the city port, a brother and his accomplices are also stealing goods from a container, and in another place a brother is sitting with his beard raised, collecting protection money in Vietnam. Having cockfight and buffalo fights, then here was the goat fight, the first trophy of a group of teenage robbers. Was quite heavy, including a UA of shoe money and a passport. The boy in the yellow shirt was about to hold it. He threw it away but was stopped by the brown shirt, saying its value was still there. Taking advantage of that, the two boys argued about electing the group big brother and decided on the yellow shirt, showing off that my dad was the boss in the brown shirt, and replied, "If want to be the big brother, then give me your girlfriend, then it's yours and you'll be the big brother. Go and she mine, good brother, live and die together." This old man in a wheelchair is the big boss of the city. With his position, he can get involved in the political world in front of my proud ancestors. I was excited to show off the protection money I had collected today when my father told me go to out and open the door to see who was coming. My older brother was someone my father trusted to guide my future, but he didn't want to be socialite anymore and preferred to return home. If the boss doesn't agree, we only have two options. One is to lie down 3 feet under the group, the other is to find a high chair to sit on. It's still very young and green. The fat lady in the street turns out to be a bit friendly with her boss. Came to find the kids who stole his bag. This was too simple for the boss. In the blink of an eye, super thief was brought to the boy named 03, the son of a late boss. His father was murdered when he was still a child, because his mother had some relationship with Boa father. His older brother came forward and apologized for him. He even gave the boy some money right when Boa received the money, but his mother came and beat him up and did not allow him to accept the money because of the what can be learned from his father life. She did not want her son to become such a sociopath in the future. She even invited a magician to cast a spell to ward off evil temptations from him. Contrary to Boa mother wish, went to the uncle house to rely on him and asked to be adopted. He was treated to KFC chicken and given a separate room to stay. Luckily for the boy, on the other side of the window, the room of the girl of his dreams was there. The next morning, Boa mother came to ask to take him home, but he refused to follow her. From then on, he began following his adoptive father to go to luxurious places to meet important people and eat dishes he had never eaten before. One time, following his father to work, his father accidentally witnessed an unexpected scene where his foster father and uncle were handing a man on the operating table. It made the boy almost pee in his pants, but his foster father promptly reassured him. One day, the boy almost peed his pants. A mother whose child was kidnapped to be a prostitute came to ask her adoptive father for help. She didn't want to be overtaken in her area. He immediately led his men and women with hot goods to rescue her. From the day she got a new father, her life also changed thanks to his adoptive father position. But in a world full of criminals and gangs, nothing lasts. Once again, he lost his father. After his father's death, there was a series of bloody revenges between the gangs, ganging the streets stained with blood and hundreds of corpses. 15 years later, this boy Oba is a man who does not forget the gratitude of his father. Every year, on the anniversary of his father's death, he goes to his father's grave to burn incense and succeed his father Boa and his friend. We are now also blood brother and sisters. They work for him. His adoptive father brother is now a tycoon, taking over the entire city in his hand in one act of arresting people on the tycoon's orders. Boa had the opportunity to witness it again. The way he dealt with those who committed crimes was like an executioner, with a scalpel in his hand. He slit the belly of the fat guy, causing his gizzards to fall out before his eyes. Boa was also asked by him to be his daughter's personal bodyguard. The girl of his dreams since childhood can not only be near and also personally protect the person he loves. There is nothing better than that because they have all known each other since childhood, so the group of friend feelings are quite good to prepare for life. The city upcoming election, the tycoon is planning many different jobs in the harbor area. The girl with braided hair is charged of bringing officials to join the hotline. The guy with the braided hair drives the tycoon. He cut his hair and washed his hair with the class of a tycoon. As soon as he set foot in the shop, the boss rushed out and bowed. He even chased all the customers who were in the middle of cutting out. Turns out he didn't come here to cut his hair, but because he wanted to treat his hair. A dispute with another tycoon. The gang is opposing him. Martial arts are not finished in 2 rounds. Withdrawing is hot-tempered, but the winner belongs to the one who takes the initiative. Hit quickly and shorten the tycoon to achieve the goal he wants, while at the same time Boa and the girl are still taking advantage of the opportunity to confine in moon stars on the riverbank with their performance as a chauffeur with bald hair, and was assigned by the boss to deal with the hair salon owner to destroy witnesses. But I will invite you for a few drinks, as a reward. Her hair in a bun was confused and she didn't know what to do. So she went to find Boa to help. The assassination seemed to have sparked an upcoming war. TV day and night reported the struggles of the two opposing factions. The tycoon daughter also became the target of revenge from the factions on the Boa road, and she was ambushed, but they were lucky to escape. But because of that, they had the opportunity to get close to each other, while the boy with the bun was also attacked by a group of people. Ambush and murder, heartbroken over the death of his best Friend Boa seemed to realize the wrong path he had chosen in the lives of those around him and that he himself would not be able to cope with this reality. With his heart, anger grew. Boa led 500 brothers to find a solution for the opposition, a bloody street war. He used guns, he used knives, he even used sand shovels. Boa rushed into the cunning place alone, also knocked out dozens of people. One guy claimed to be final boss, quite commending Boa's strength. He signaled his brother to stop so he could fight, but after a few punches, Boa knocked him down. Luckily for him, he was supported by his accomplice, helping Boa get arrested. He met the big guy with the yellow beard, who helped his aunt understand who was behind everything, realizing that her uncle was just someone who was taken advantage of, so the golden strawberry, who is good at Boa, might take revenge. Tell your friend to start with the dwarf in charge of Boss Boa hot goods, make him reveal where the goods are and attack to rob the truth. It doesn't stop there while the dwarf's life and death are near. As for Oba, the person who killed his biological father other day, it was all because of a political dispute between gang forces. It was the first time in 10 years that he called his mother, but what he wanted to say was something no one else knew. I want to hear that. Maybe that will be the last time his mother hears her son's voice. To prepare for the final battle, Oba joins forces with the yellow-bearded guy to infiltrate the tycoon party and use the stolen hot goods to retaliate against the party. The party was filled with music, then it changed to the sound of rapid fire. The tycoon army did not even pull out the hot goods and responded. They were always attacked suddenly. The tycoon had to flee to the roof, one-on-one with Oba. Both of them put down their guns and fighting like men with each other. With dirty experience in fighting, the first half temporarily won in favor of the boss. Oba took consecutive blows to the face in the second half. With his youthful strength, he also tried to retaliate in the match himself. Because there were no rules, the boss gave Oba a blow to his lower body, causing him extreme pain. He took advantage of Sunday gun and planned to kill Oba. He said he was the who caused the death of his father. Right at the moment I closed my eyes and died. My friend with braided hair appeared and shot the boss after the battle in Oba. And my friend had to hide for a while to let things calm down. The next path he chose was position, a tycoon who puts people interests first and builds his hometown to be a better place. The story ends here. Thank you for accompanying me.